Hello, Year 3, and welcome to your fun Tuesday maths tasks. And as you can see, it is called Body Mythbusters. If you don't know what a myth is kind of a story that's been made up over time, but some myths are actually true. And it's basically a bit of a story, but it does have some scientific evidence behind it. It's up to you guys to crack the myths that we have given you today. You need to prove whether they are true or whether they are false. And your myths today are all about length, which is your topic for maths this week. So you would have started your length activities yesterday, and today you're going to put them to the test. And today the myths are all about your body, and you need to prove whether they are true or false. To do these tests, to be the Mythbuster, you will need a pencil. You can even use some chalk if you want, that is optional. You could use tape measure from the shed, or maybe you have someone that sews at home, you can use their tape measure for that, or you could use a couple of rulers put together if you needed to do that. You will need a helper for this task, so ask someone really nicely at home, or if you're at school, ask someone at school to help you out, and some paper just to record your findings. I'm going to take you through myth 1 now, and it's all about your body's height. And the myth states your body's height is the same length as your arm span. So this man in the green shirt has his arms out, and that is called your arm span, from his middle finger all the way to his other middle finger. You can see his amazing helper here is helping him measure. And the myth says from fingertip to fingertip is the same from the very top of his head all the way down to his toes. We want you to prove this, whether it is true or false. And you can even submit your picture down below, or if you can't do that, you can write what you found. A really easy way to do this, guys, is you can lie on the concrete path or something and mark your head to your toe with chalk. And then you could lay down and put your arm span out and easily bust this myth. Okay, so if you bust the myth, that means that it is true. Sometimes you can even bust the myth and say, yep, definitely not true, not sure where that story started. Myth number 2, your femur bone length will fit into your height about 5 times. Your femur bone is from your hip, like this guy here, down to the knee. So all you need to do is you could put a piece of paper down there, or you could get a ruler or a tape measure and measure how many centimeters your femur bone is. Remember, the femur bone is inside your leg here, and it's one of the biggest bones in your body. I think it's actually the biggest. Little fun fact there for you. And you need to find out how many times it fits into your height. So using your height from your arm span here, or from head to toe, maybe on the chalk or something, you could get a piece of paper, see how long this is, and see how many times it fits. If it fits 5 times, well, this myth here is true. If your femur bone doesn't fit 5 times into your height, well, the myth is busted and it is false. Myth number 3, the length from the crease in your elbow here to the beginning of your wrist is the same length of your foot. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit hard to put your foot up here into this position, so you need to get creative and work out how you're going to measure it. It might be a really easy way of using your centimeters and using your tape measure or even your ruler. I wonder if you can bust this myth. And then myth number 4 is if you measure with your feet, it will take about 10 of your feet, so heel to toe, to make the length of your height. You can make a prediction here and guess whether it is true or false. If it is false, how many feet did it take to get your height? Again, you could submit photos down here. If you want, you can come up with your own myths, myths 5, 6, 7. It is completely up to you, and see if you can find out any other fun facts about your body. Maybe how long from your chin up to the top of your head is, and maybe that's the same as, I'm not sure, maybe 2 feet put together. It's up to you. You could be your own Mythbuster, only if you have time. Enjoy this, guys. It will be lots of fun. Cannot wait to see your pictures or your paragraphs of writing about what